I use these settings to improve my freestyle and competitive playing over 100%. These settings will either take you to the next rank or improve your freestyle ability drastically. I've done freestyle for a couple years in tournaments against the likes of Jaxi, TX and many others. These settings are ones I've created through all of the years of trial and error, so make sure to stay to the end of the video to see all of my settings. Before I get into the settings, like and comment to push this video on the algorithm and to hit my like target of 50 likes in this video. I'm going to be showing you the best settings to rank up in Rocket League. I'll be showing you these settings now. After using these settings, you'll be able to rank up and get to the dream rank. So here's my gameplay settings. I've got input buffer on CSTS. I think that might not be default. I'm not sure which ones are default and which ones aren't default. So you're just going to have to compare your settings to mine here and see which ones I've got turned on that you haven't. But none of these matter too much. I wouldn't have these on like low or something because your game would just lag out. But these don't really matter too much. Now for the camera settings, before I tell you what my camera settings is, if you've got Backs mod and open up camera preset, you'll see all of the pro settings on there. This will be really helpful to you as these might help you rank up as well. I used to use these but I just wanted my own ones so I just changed it to mine. So I've just gone custom for now, but I would just mess around with it and check all of the pro settings out, see which ones you like and don't like if you've got Backs mod. Camera shake I've got turned off. Field of view 110, some people have it at 100. That's mainly for freestyle. So comp I always have it at 110. So next I've got distance. I've got distance at 270. I feel like 270 is the best middle ground between all of them. You'll see some people have like 290 or something. Some people have it like 240. I always feel like 270 is just the perfect middle ground between all of these. You can still see the whole of the field, but at the same time it's not too far away that you can still do like flip resets and stuff like that. So I think this is the best middle ground. Height I've got 100. This is so when I'm doing dribbles, you can be in line with the ball on the floor and then you can just do some fancy dribbles. You can have it at 110. A lot of people have it at 110. But I just find it a lot better to have it at 100 because I feel like you can just do a lot more dribbles, a lot more freestyles, you're a lot more open to do things, and you're in line with the ball as well, which I really like. So just experiment with 100 and 110. Angle I've got -4, some people have it -3, some have it -5, so I've just got it at -4 in the middle. Angle, it doesn't matter too much I don't think. You obviously want to see the field a lot as well, so it's just what you're doing. If you're doing freestyle I recommend -4, but if you're doing like strictly comp then you might want a different angle to see more of the field, so maybe -3 or something. But I feel like -4 is the best middle ground if you want to try and hit some clips at the same time as doing comp, like this. Now stiffness, I've got stiffness at 0.25. This is basically how far the camera moves and you're going supersonic, and it moves your camera out in general as well. You'll see people have it at like 1. I think Lefamir has it at 1, where your camera's just completely stuck to your car. But if you have it a bit lower, around 0, your camera's going to be right out far like this. This could be good if you want it like this, but realistically it's just a bit of a pain I think. So having it around 0.25, I feel like that's the best middle ground, because the camera is still close-ish to your car, it's not moving out a ton, but at the same time you want to see more of the field. So having it like this, you can see the whole field basically. Now for swivel speed and transition speed, these don't really matter too much I don't think. It's basically the speed it goes to your ball like that. You don't want it too high, otherwise it'll be in slow-mo. You don't want it right at the bottom, otherwise it'll just snap. So these are the ones I prefer. I've mainly made these just for clip hitting, like the clean listing clips. So I go there, I hit the ceiling shot, and it's just a quick snap into your car to make the clips look cleaner. That's mainly what I did. But you can change these up a bit. These are mainly personal preference, so just do whatever you have already. Inverted swivel I've got on. This isn't really important at all for comp. I mainly have this for flip resets and air dribbles, So this is more of a clip hitting thing and a personal preference thing, because I normally have it on a lot. So this is just how your camera moves above your car when you're doing air dribbles and flip resets. I do recommend to have these on if you're doing freestyle or you want to freestyle, because it does help your air dribbles and flip resets quite a bit in my opinion. Most people haven't even tried this, so if you haven't tried this, just give it a go and see if you like it or not. There's no harm in trying it. It's just a setting that people always keep off, like camera shake, and never look at it, but I actually think it's a lot better. So make sure you actually try that and give it a go. So now for controls. I've got power slide change and air roll left and right change. That's all of the ones I've got changed. So nothing really special. I feel like these are just personal preference. These don't matter at all. So you can use mine if you want. Just keep your own one, to be honest. Don't even bother changing these. There's no point changing them. Now for steering and controller dead zones. Sensitivity, I would have it around 2.3, sorry. For comp, I would have it a bit higher up. I wouldn't have it past 3, but I would have it a bit higher up than freestyle for comp. This just improves your speed, I feel like. It makes you feel a lot smoother, a lot faster. Just all around what you want for comp. So I would put it around 2.3, but just try it out. I see a lot of people have it around 10 or like really high up, and it doesn't matter if you're used to it, but if you're not used to it and you're just new to Rocket League, change it to 2.3 and get used to it as a lower sensitivity. If you've got it really high up already, I don't think it matters too much, just get used to it. If you're used to it, then what's the point in changing it? It'll be exactly the same if you change it. So just keep it the setting you have at the moment if you're used to it. It's the same for controller and dodge dead zone, just keep it the same if you're used to it. With controller dead zone, I put it as low as possible until my car doesn't go in a straight line. So at the moment my car goes in a straight line. But if I change it to 0.1, my car's just going to drift off to the right. So I have it at 0.6. So my car doesn't move to the right, but at the same time it's really low, so I can be quick and I can just do a load of quick shots and be smooth with my car, I feel like. Dodge dead zone, I've got 0.3. Some people have it higher, some people have it lower. That's why I've got it at 0.3, as it's a good middle ground between both of them. It might be default as well, I'm not sure. But just use whatever you're used to in this setting, it doesn't matter too much. I just feel like 0.3 makes my car feel light, and I can still do all of the mechanics I want. So that's why I've got 0.3. It doesn't really matter too much, just do whatever you're used to. That's basically the same with all of the camera settings, to be honest. These don't matter too much, just practice your mechanics. Camera settings and dead zone settings don't really matter that much. I know in the title and intro I've been talking about how much they matter, but they really don't matter that much. So interface, nameplate scale, I've got 120%, it's default at 100. This, as you can see, the other players on the field. Team coloured boost meter, I've got this turned on. People ask me all the time, how is your boost meter a different colour? It's because I've turned that setting on. Video, I've got all of my video on performance. This is mainly because my PC is just rubbish and it lags out if it's not. But just change it whatever you want. You might want quality and high quality, but it doesn't really matter too much. I just feel like this is the best for me. I'm always used to this, so I always have this. Audio and chat, these are both default really. For comp you'll want this higher up, but I never listen to anything when I'm playing, so I always have that off. But it is useful to have that on when you're doing comp. Then here's all of my chat as well. So that's the end of the video. Make sure to like and comment below, and I'll see you next time.